Hello guys and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to talk about our plugin YITH Multi Vendor Marketplace, and in particular we're going to learn how users can register to become vendors on our shop. But before we start, please make sure you hit the like button below this video, subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Now let's start! Okay guys, as soon as you have installed YITH Multi Vendor, a new page is generated automatically. This is the Become a Vendor page that will allow users to register as vendors through a default registration form. Now let's review this new page and the options to customize the form. First, we go to our dashboard, then we go to Pages, All Pages, and here we can find the new Become a Vendor page. If we open to edit it, we can see that this is a standard WordPress page that can be edited, customized, we can add Gutenberg blocks, and so on. Inside this page, we're going to find the default registration form, which is this one we have right here, and which can be easily added if you're creating a new custom page. Let's see it. If we go ahead and we remove this block, then all that we need to do in order to add it, maybe if you're creating a new page, is click over here, then we need to search for YITH, and we're going to find a list with all of the blocks available. In this case, the one that we need is the Become a Vendor. So we select it, and that's it. We will have our form added to our page, and all that we will need to do is go ahead and update it. Of course, this is only a default form, so you can further customize it by adding or removing fields. Let's move on to our plugin so we can learn how to manage this. Now we are inside our plugin, and to manage the registration form, we need to go to the Vendors tab and click on Vendors Registration. Inside this tab, first we're going to find this field where we can select the page where we want to display the registration form. It can either be the default one included in the plugin, or you can select any other page that you create. Also, you can simply insert the form by copying this shortcode and pasting it on any page of your choice. Then we will also see this table with all the default fields which we can further edit by simply clicking on the pencil icon. Then we can also enable or disable the fields simply from this button, and we can also change the position within the form using the drag and drop. For example, we can move this field over here below the name. Additionally, it is possible to add new custom fields. For this, we will need to go over here and click on this button, Add Field. Then we will get this window and we will simply need to complete the necessary information. Let's create one new field as an example. We can begin with the name, which is of course required, and we can set here Test Field. Then for the type, we can leave it at text, but if we open, let's have a look, we can decide among many options such as email, phone, radio, checkbox, multi-select, and so on. Then we can continue with the label. We can simply set it as test field. Then we can enter the class, a placeholder. We can decide if we want to connect this field to any of the options available here, such as store name, store address, postcode, country, and so on. Then we will have the option to decide the position of our field within the form. And here we have three options. We can either have the field set first, last, or wide. In the case of the first position, it will appear in the form to the left. In the last position, it will appear in the form to the right. And in the case of wide, the field would occupy the entire length of the form. But don't worry, because we will have a closer look at these options once we see our form from the front end. For the moment, let's have a look at the last option, which is to decide if we want to make this field required or not. For our example, let's go ahead and make it required, and now all that we need to do is save it. Then, once the new fields are created, we're also going to find them available over here in our table. Now, besides the fields, inside this tab, we can also find some other options that allow having more control over the registration process. For example, by enabling this option, the vendors will be able to register also from their My Account page. Next, the second option allows us to enable vendors automatically. So if we do enable it whenever a vendor registers through the registration form, he will be automatically approved and can start to build his shop. But if it is disabled, then the vendors will have to wait for the admin's approval before they can start building their shop. Finally, it is also possible to add the terms and conditions and the privacy policy to the registration form. Now, let's save our options so we can see the changes on our Become a Vendor page. For this, we go back to our pages, we go to Become a Vendor and we view it. And now, if we take a look at our form, we're going to find the new field we created in our example. Right over here, we have it, the test field showing as required. Also, we can take a closer look at the options we had seen regarding their position. In this case, the test field occupies the entire length of the form, which means that we have configured it with a wide position. But if we compare it to these other fields, we can notice, for example, that the store email has been set with a first position, which means that it is shown to the left of the form, while the PayPal email has been set with a last position, meaning that it is shown to the right of the form. As you can see, it is very easy to customize the form and decide which information you want to require the users before they become vendors on your shop. And also, it is very simple to decide where and how you want to display the registration form on your shop. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and make sure that you stay tuned as we will continue to share more videos on our plugin YITH Multi Vendor Marketplace. For the moment, that was it, but I will see you next time. Bye bye!